We've got a pool, and one of the things that we wanted to do was fill this empty space that we had next to our pool with an outdoor shower. It allows people to rinse off before they get into the pool, or even rinse the chlorine off of them after they're done swimming. This is the space that we have available. This is what we want it to look like. And this is the design that we finally settled on. Let's get started. Where do we start? Well, we got to start with the plan. And here is the plan. What do we know? We know that we wanted to use wood. Something that gives us a very natural feel, something that we can mix in with greens when we start working on the actual aesthetic and the design at a later point. We knew that we also wanted there to be a bench so that people can wait in line or they can put their bag down. It'll be a lot easier for them. And the other thing is we wanted to make sure that getting in and out was easy. No gate latches, nothing where you have to like fandangle a latch strap that slides in out just to be able to get in. We wanted it to be as simple as possible. You can just drop your bags, walk in, and start your warm outdoor shower. So now that we've got the ideal design in place, let's talk specs, right? Because we've got to know, okay, if we're buying wood, what kind of wood are we buying? What kind of materials are we replacing it with? It's not going to look exactly like the computer design. So what are we going to do? How much space do we have available? How big is it going to be? How tall is it going to be? Ideally, we wanted it to be about 6 feet tall. If it's around 6 feet tall, that should be enough for the privacy screen to provide privacy for the majority of people who are going to be using it, up to at the very least their shoulders. We don't expect them to all be below 6 feet tall, but at the very least, we expect their shoulders, which is where most people want their privacy, to be at that 6 feet mark. And on top of that, we're also expecting the privacy fence to start at 2 feet. Now we have to look at the total space available. From the house to the wall, the cement wall that we have, we're already looking at about 54 inches. In terms of length that we have available, it's about 72 inches. So this is going to be a pretty hefty size and space, but we just have to double check and make sure that this piece that we're building isn't dependent on the structures around it, but will also fit and take up the space.
So for this build, we're going to be going with pressure treated 4x4s, 8 feet, even though we're not going for something 8 feet tall, but geez, that is expensive.
This is our wood haul. So here you can see that we got red stained fence picket, which we're using to create the privacy screen. We also have 4x4 posts that are pressure treated lumber. And we've also got some 1x1s. We're using these 1x1s to kind of create an internal frame. These pressure treated 2x4s are going to be what we're using to link all of our posts. So with that, let's get started with the first cut. So let's talk about the estimated project costs. So far, we're looking at about 27 square feet let's take a look at the prices. Our Pine Square dowels, we got about 10 of them. That cost us about $44.10. Our pressure treated timber, we got about 4 of them. That cost us about $78.72 because they were around $19.68 for each one. Our red stained fence pickets cost about $2.97 for each one, but we got about 20 of them, so that cost about $59.40. Our brown stained pressure treated lumber, and we got about 4 of those, and these are our 2x4s. They cost about $7.28, and we got about 4 of them, which gives us a total of $29.12. So altogether, that's just our wood haul. When we take a look at our shower fixture, we're talking about $159.90 for the shower fixture on Amazon. This brings us to a total of about $371.24. So some things that I haven't included are taxes. For example, taxes, I didn't include them because regionally it could be different based on whatever percentage you have in your local area. I also didn't include things that I already had. Another thing that you want to take into account is the fact that this is scalable, which means you can scale it up and you can scale it down. If you don't need a 27 square foot space, you can scale it down and spend less on wood. If you don't need the shower handle and the shower or even a matte black finish, you can scale down on the shower fixtures and go with something cheaper. There are plenty of cheaper fixtures on Amazon. So based on this structure, you can go up and you can go down. I'll make sure to include a link to everything in the description down below, just in case you are interested and maybe want to see what all of these things cost. Now, remember this, I am not an expert. We were really just trying to do the best that we could with the space that we had available and create something that we knew we would benefit from. If you have insight on how to do it better, leave a comment. Let other people know who may have come across this video that there's a better way to do it. Let me know that there's a better way to do it. I am 100% not a teacher in this situation. If anything, I'm just a student that got an assignment done, and I'm hoping to share it with the class. Now we're on to the next project. I've still got a guest room that needs a closet, and I am still working on the plans for it as of right now though. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see what we've got moving forward and you don't want to miss that, hit the subscribe button. But until then, live your life, love it, and good luck.